I'm going to share a little bit of my story here today. And my story starts with a similar kind of despair that I think a lot of people experience right now, and just in general. I had despaired of finding a church that would seek an active peace. I was ending my seminary journey, and due to participation in protests around the Eric Garner non-decision, all the churches that I had been interviewing with had moved on to other candidates. And I saw all these churches who had good professed values and who said that they wanted peace, but refused to engage in the kind of action that might bring peace here on earth, instead of simply in the prayers that we offer. And so I found other ways to preach the gospel. I went and wrote articles, and I did public theology at schools, and I, for a time, stopped looking to find a church because I honestly was really upset at the church and felt burned by it. I know a lot of folks in Middle have similar stories. And then I was organizing a beautiful exhibit of queer portraits and was looking for a church to hang it on the walls. And I was asking around because it was very queer and some of the things were a little bit graphic. And I was like, I don't know which church is going to hang this on their walls for a day. And someone said, you should look up Middle Collegiate Church. I spoke to Jackie and Amanda, and they said, well, we're not just going to put it on our walls for a day. We're going to hang it for 3 months. We're going to do a big party so that everybody gets to see themselves enshrined and looking like saints in a place that they have been previously excluded from. And I saw and experienced that kind of church that I had been waiting for. And so when I had the opportunity to come and serve that church, I did so with thanksgiving in my heart, because it was the church that I had been looking for, that love of Jesus that I had finally found me. And I hear that from so many other folks in meetings, in the streets, in all of the wonderful things we do together. That sense of been searching, but finally being found by that love that dares to seek an active peace. But the reality is that there are not a lot of spaces like this. I know I've worked in a bunch of them. And places like Middle matter, and they can't exist without our collective support. The unfortunate truth is that evil is always very well funded. But places like Middle, they will only exist when we pour our collective love together, contribute what we have, knowing that the work we do together matters. So if you go to middlechurch.org/donate, you'll find a whole list of ways that you can give to this church. And if you go to middlechurch.org/join, you can become a member, because this church needs you. It needs all of us. The work we do is too important to be left undone.